we have the strongest country on the planet becoming the least aware of the world around us, not only are we giving Indigenous kids a voice, but it's just as important to make kids in our country aware of the issues of the world. I first fell in love with photography in dental school and put it aside to do my practice. After doing it for 18 years, I realized I was falling in love with photography, and it kind of swept me away. The main thing I wanted to do is give Indigenous people a voice. I wanted them to be able to tell us what was happening in their backyard. And it wasn't until I got into it and started hooking up these sites in different parts of the world with sites in our schools here in the United States that I noticed, boy, how little international education was going on in the classrooms. In South Africa, they speak English. We just had 7 of the South African kids here. In Afghanistan, there's a 14% literacy rate for boys and something like 7 for girls. When you met these kids, did something about the way they live teach you something about the way you live?
They have a lot more responsibility, but they do similar things like we do.
The Borges program offers kids, I think, the opportunity to touch lives across the world and to be involved.
It's an amazing learning experience to say, oh, the rest of the world isn't like I am. Those kids over there are doing something very different than what we're doing here. Their lives are very different than what we're doing here.
It's important to get to know other cultures and to learn about them, and I think that's exactly what they're doing by bringing the South Africans here.
It is important to me because we get to mix with other cultures and be one big family.
We've kind of gone from giving Indigenous kids a voice to making kids in the United States more aware of the world around them, to developing empathy and compassion around cultural difference.
By doing this program, I've been able to put aside people's looks and the color of their skin and really have been able to see who they are.
Meeting these kids from another country, you realize that typically people are all just the same.
Whatever I feel like teaching her, I know she's going to be interested. Is that right?
That is right. That's
the people welcomed us with open hearts. They opened their arms to us, and it surprised me. I didn't think they would do so.
I think now they would be open to white South Africans, to finally accept them as the fellow South Africans and finally be able to accept affection or compassion from them and know that it comes truly from within.
They're learning what I learned long ago, that the way you learn about your own culture is to step out of your culture and look back at it.